Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the brutal reaction to the UPSC essay paper of 2025 that happened today, August 22nd, 9 a.m. As you all know, there are two sections. Each section has 4 questions and you have to write one. These are all the questions that was asked today. Truth knows no color. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Thought finds a world and creates one also. Best lessons are learnt through bitter experiences. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. The years teach much which the days never know. It is best to see life as a journey, not as a destination. Contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. If you look through these questions, you can understand that all these questions are very philosophical in nature with ethics subject in the background. Why? See, there is a discontentment growing amongst the UPSC board as well as the people, the aspirants. It's that the same questions, the environment questions, the political questions, the social studies questions that are asked in the essay paper, they are asked again, they are repeated again in the general studies also, which means they write the same answers, they give the same examples, they draw the same diagrams. It is repeated in both essay and general studies. If they're writing it again, if they're writing it already in the general studies paper, then what's the point of them writing it in the essay paper? Because essays, they only write 2 essays, and one essay they write so much. And there is this another big discontentment amongst the UPSC board is the ethics paper. The issue is that the answer papers of the top, say 200 to 50 papers, the toppers, their answer sheets are all quite similar apart from the case studies questions. The general studies, the general paper questions like the what write a note on morality or something like that, write a note on punctuality, all these questions, when people write answers, the format is same, the answers are pretty standard. They write a 2 line explanation and they give types if it's possible, or they give advantages, disadvantages, they give couple of examples. The answer papers are all the same. How will the UPSC board find you unique if the answers are all same? The toppers papers, the way they write, their format, their pattern, it's all same. UPSC finds it very confusing to pick the people. The purpose of the ethics paper is to check the morality of a person, to check if that person has the right attitude, right aptitude to become the future bureaucrats of the country. If the UPSC if the answer sheets are all same, how will the UPSC provides mark? How will they choose the people? This all happened because of the coaching center scam. The coaching centers found a pattern. They found that if you write it in a certain way, you will be scoring a certain marks, and the aspirants all follow it in a herd mentality. UPSC was picking apart its brain to find a way to bypass this scam that coaching centers take. Now, this solution, it's a one stone, two bird solution. It's that the essay questions, the questions that the social studies, general studies paper again repeated, they wanted to remove it and they wanted to check the philosophical nature, the attitude and aptitude of the person. So, what they did, they changed the ethics questions in the essay paper. Now, all the questions in the essay paper are very philosophical based. You don't have the way to mug it up. You have to give your own personal experiences. Every single person will find a quote in a different way. Let's say muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. Every single person will approach this question in a very unique way. Now, this is what UPSC wants. It wants to check the kind of person you are. Because, believe it or not, these marks will decide the future of the country. Because these persons who score the highest mark will become the future bureaucrats. The country depends on them. The poorest of the poor depends on them. This is a much needed solution that the UPSC board has provided. This will follow for the next 5 or 10 years until and unless the UPSC coaching centers find another pretty standard and they give a format. They say, right, if this is a code based question, no, write this, give this example, give this format, write it in this way. And let's say after 6 years, The people, aspirants all follow the herd mentality again. They fall trapped to it and they write the answers in a similar way. Then UPSC will have to find another way. As long as that happens, these questions will continue. Say the next year, you will be having philosophical questions only in the essay paper. So for those who are trying to write this exam in the 2026, kindly prepare for philosophical based questions, because all the other questions, the environment polity, social science studies, they're all checked in the general studies paper. Remember, everything, it will always seem impossible until and unless it is done. You can do it. I trust you. Good luck.